don't know. I can't tell. I can't tell if this is where it's supposed to be. Let me look. Yeah, it says it's going. The pod track's moving up and down. Streamlabs is moving side to side, and it would appear that everything is how it's supposed to be. Oh, wait. All is right in the universe. Yeah. All right. So listen, welcome to the program. It is Tuesday, November 26th, 2024. We are broadcasting. Yeah, we're back in studio. No. We're no longer broadcasting from Minden, Nevada. Wasn't that a debacle? Was it that show? You guys, the emails and the comments after that show were amazing. That was a lot of fun. That was kind of an impromptu deal. That's why the lighting wasn't no bright. We didn't bring any bright lights with us. It was just kind of a down home country round table feel. We had Gen X Mom, we had Mike Perkins, Sun Valley Fox, of course. Saint Donna was presiding over all of us. I can't thank her enough for making that. She tolerated all of us. She kept the drinks flowing and she kept everybody fed. And as we turned into a table of drunken monkeys, she tolerated every one of us, which was great. You can't say enough nice things about a woman who takes a crowd like that and just shakes her head and goes, oh my God, and then does a good job, and she did. Christine was there, Christine Matlock. She's, of course, married to Ben Matlock. Never lost a case. He was there, and we drifted off into Never Neverland and finally cut the program. 2 hours and 40 minutes. We finally shut it off because just slurring our fucking words and couldn't say our ABCs. But it was fun all the way. Even past that, we went on a little bit longer than that. After the cameras were off, we kept drinking, kept talking. It was a great time. The next time we do that, we're actually bringing a few lights, a couple of extra microphones so the feedback is gone. We can turn the mics down to each person, which is what you guys wanted. We'll do that. And I asked the Sun Valley Fox, and you know what he actually said? True words. He said if he has to get a bigger table for all of us to fit, he will go buy a bigger table. That's how much fun that night was. And it's a true story. It was a great time. It wasn't even true. It's a story. It's a true story all on its own. Don't even have to lie. No. Didn't even have to bring a book of lies with me. That one stands on its own. All right. Before we go anywhere, before we do much of anything, we have to get things started. I know I brought the things in the right. Come on, man. I spent some time doing this. Oh, there it is. The new picture of the Sun Valley Fox with his $1.2 million view coming through his very own BOTGN. This is the Gen X Talks live stream. We are the bottom of the glass nation because the truth is at the bottom of the glass, and we must all drink to discover our own truth. And you guys know what that means. The more you drink, the more truthful you become. The more honest, the better you see things. So the truth is at the bottom of the glass. We're the bottom of the glass nation. And the Sun Valley Fox says we can raise a glass. Now, he has a numbered shot glass. He has a couple of them. Do you have yours? Good moderators on Rumble, on TikTok, over there on YouTube. You guys will have it. If you have a good moderator, they're putting up a link where you can buy your very own. We got one box left. One box of the numbered glass. I think we went to 100 this time. They're numbered 1 to 100, and then that's it. If you want one, this is your chance to get one. But up until that point, I'm going to drink, and we're going to start the show. Now, let's see if she gets it right this time. Here we go. Drink up, kick this pig.
There you go. I don't have any.
You don't have anything to say?
No sheets.
I'm staring at you going, okay, go.
There's nothing here. There's nothing in the sheets. Sorry. Can't help you there, babe.
Oh, that is your queen, Gen X Mom, my wife. To my left, you're right. She is... She's working the sheets. That means any comments that you guys make, if you're on Rumble or if you're on Facebook, if there's something clever, something witty, something important, your moderators will copy and paste it and put it there. All the platforms go to one spot, and then I can pick it up and read it from there. Okay. I was trying to get the Sun Valley Fox to participate more today. I wanted him to drive. I came to his house. I wanted him to come to mine. I heard a bunch of stories on why he couldn't go, but it's true. His car was broke down. He could not get here. He was going to head this direction. We asked him to come, and it's not that I don't believe him. Well, I don't believe him. So I said, no, I need proof that your car is actually in the shop getting worked on. So he went down to the repair facility and took a picture of his vehicle being repaired and sent it back. And apparently both of his vehicles are in the shop. He was not able to get him out of the shop in time, was not able to get down here. So in all fairness, he did offer proof. We understand Sun Valley Fox. He's old. He's really old. I'm surprised he made it. He lives in a one-horse town. I'm surprised he made it all the way down to the repair facility. But there are his two Conestoga wagons getting worked on. But when they're done, then we'll see him. Yeah, we'll see him. Something I forgot last time we had all the political stuff we did before, and I ran across something that related to the Sun Valley Fox. Now, you guys know Sun Valley Fox is, he's my brother-in-law. He's Gen X Mom's older brother. And his heart, his upbringing was deep entrenched in the late 60s and early 70s. And I found this, we did political stuff, and I forgot to show this last time. And I thought this was great. And if anybody understands, if anybody was ever part of the 70s, or you guys remember the Keep On Truckin', well, this is a throwback to that. Keep on I don't know. It was a cool throwback. I've only seen one of these. I'd probably have one of these bumper stickers if I could, just because they're nostalgia for me. Nobody knows. And there's very few people that are still old enough to remember why this is funny, but it is. You'll just have to trust me on that. All right. So where are we at? The bus is ready to go. Everybody, if you guys are going to get on, get your alcohol, get your gear. This is time for you to put your dog. Put your cat out, let your dog in, dim the lights, get your adult beverage, and sit back and get ready. The show is going to begin. Once we're on that bus and we're going through the hills at 1,000 miles an hour, eventually it's going to go off the rails. And we got to check with our bus driver, make sure he's ready to go. Let's make sure this Trump train is moving. I have no fucking idea what he said. That's our bus driver. We got to get a new fucking bus driver. Anyway, so there's a lot to get to. We have a special guest in studio, and we'll get to her in a minute. But there is a story that could take up the entire time. This could turn into 3 segments, making the show 4 hours, putting everybody into double overtime pay scale, which, thanks to Trump, is no longer going to be taxed. So that's a good thing. But I want to talk to you. There was something that came up. We've been kind of dancing around this thing. I left it on my screen. That's how dumb this thing is. But I don't understand the theory behind it, because I read up on it. And it's a real gift. It's a real thing. And it's got doctors. Well, it's got a guy who plays a doctor with a stethoscope holding it up going, "This object works. Trust me," like they all do. All right. Well, my generation, we don't fall for that shit. But I'm going to put it up there anyway. Let's go look at this thing. Are you guys ready? Let's talk about this, and then we're going to solve this. Look what this says, the wand. Yeah. Do you see what it is inside there? It's a wand that goes inside your glass of wine. And it says, "Finally, enjoy wine without any hangover." Yeah. You put this in your glass, and it's delicate, and it's decorative, and it looks nice, and it's very foo-foo-ish like your drink is. I'm surprised it doesn't have a pink umbrella on the top of it. And even though wine isn't a pink umbrella drink, whoever's hitting their microphones, I'm going to fucking hurt somebody down there. You can hear it in my headphones. Anyway, yeah, studio people, they can't just sit still. They got to fuck around. Anyway, so this thing is supposed to be an actual gift you buy. And can you imagine being able to give this to someone and saying, "Here, drink as much as you want"? Well, I personally know people that would go, "Give me a dozen of those." Are they one-time use only? Because they look like they're reusable. When you look at the whole thing, you just wash them off and put them back in the next drink. They do some weird chemical outer space alien ionization. And this, I'm telling you, this company sells out of these things. And they don't look anything more like a plastic spoon to me, but this is the idea. Now, the only way we're ever going to know if this works is we all have to get together and drink a bunch of wine. Or we can call Dr. McDreamy, and Dr. McDreamy knows what's going on here, and I can ask him some other questions, because this, in my generation, there's all sorts of things that come up about what you drink, what you don't drink, how fast, what you do, what you don't do. And the only person who can really answer these questions, honestly, is Dr. McDreamy. So, Gen X Mom, can you get him on the phone?
Do you have the phone for me to call?
I do have the phone for you to call. Here, why don't you grab that?
Okay.
Let's see if I can pull his the signal up here. Let's see if we can get Dr. McDreamy on the phone. And remember, don't press speaker or anything. They'll leave it on Bluetooth. And she's dialing, and she's dialing. I probably could have had her do this ahead of time, couldn't I? And then I could have just had him on hold. No, you just hang on to it for a minute.
Do I have to answer, or are you going to answer?
Well, he's answering, so I can hear him.
Oh, okay.
If you had your headphones on, you could talk to him, too.
Okay, I'm getting them on.
Yeah, she'll put on the headphones for Dr. McDreamy.
Is this spam?
Hello, Uncle
Hi.
Leo, is that you?
Uncle Leo, I love that reference.
That's an old Seinfeld pull that nobody got but you and me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Dr. McDreamy, you are a world-renowned doctor. You've been in sports medicine for 150 years. You've written the Old and the New Testament on shit like this. Tell me, how can this wand even work even a little bit to convince people, yes, I'm not as drunk as I was yesterday without this wand floating in my glass?
Well, first of all, I don't know what this has to do with sports, but second of all, I don't. Did you put the finally enjoy wine without any hangover, or did you do that?
No,
or did they put that on?
That's the way it came. I just copied the commercial, the ad, and put it up there. I didn't change anything.
Well, then that pisses me off because this is not what this is. This is a wand that takes out sulfites and histamine out of the wine for people who can't tolerate drinking red wine.
What?
So some people get flushed, some people get allergic to it or what have you. This has nothing to do with taking alcohol. Alcohol is what causes the hangover.
Well,
so
this is their ad. They're selling this as a tool that allows you to drink a bunch of wine and don't worry about the hangover.
Well, in fact, people will drink more because they think they're not getting a hangover, so they're going to drink more thinking that this works, so they're going to get a worse hangover.
Are you walking around right now because you're breaking up?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I've got full bars here, but
okay.
Yeah. So this is going to make a hangover worse because people are going to drink more, and they're going to think they're safe from a hangover, but the alcohol is what causes the hangover and the dehydration, not the sulfites or histamines.
Okay, so there actually is a function to this thing, like it actually does something.
Yeah, is that better, by the way?
Much better. Yeah, tons better.
Okay. I was on speaker. So anyways, there is a function to it, and people that have issues drinking red wine and they're allergic to the sulfites and the histamines, then theoretically that will work. I haven't tried it myself, and nor would I want to remove that anyways. So yeah, that's a gimmick, man. And the fact that they put that on there saying anything to do with the hangover, that's just wrong.
Well, that's what they did. That's how they're selling it. And it is, I mean, when you go to click on it, like you want to order some, the two sites that I went to, this is 2 weeks ago when you and I looked this up the first time, they're sold out. I mean, they're just selling them hand over fist, like you couldn't believe. Here's another one. Do you remember growing up the story when you what was it? If you want to get drunk faster, drink your beer out of a plastic cup or a paper cup, and you get drunk faster.
Or a straw is what I've heard.
Or a straw, like straw was another one. Is there any truth to that?
No, the only thing that really keeps you from getting drunk faster is actually eating. So if you want it faster, then you go on an empty stomach, and that's what will help.
Well, we have proof of that. Because what you missed when you couldn't make it out to Minden for the last show, Sun Valley Fox decided to not eat anything, and he was trying to keep up with Mike Perkins wasn't because he was driving, but he was trying to keep up with Ben Matlock, never lost a case, and I drinking. And we were throwing him down. We were drinking this, drinking that, drinking to this, drinking to the left, drinking to the right, up, down, stand up. And he was going shot for shot. And then all of a sudden he was gone. And I go, where did the Sun Valley Fox go? And Jennick's mom goes, he kind of doubled over in his chair. And I guess Christine Matlock dropped something on the floor. She went to pick it up. He goes, no, I'll get it for you. And then he bent down to pick it up, like sitting in his chair, leaned over, and then just stayed there.
Oh my God.
And it's like,
that's
what's
funny.
he doing? He's like taking a long time picking up whatever it was she dropped. And then he's like, okay, I got to go. So, and one of the things was that everybody pointed out afterwards, he didn't eat anything. He didn't have, didn't do anything at all. Yeah. Jennick's mom.
We have somebody on YouTube that has a question for him.
Yeah, go ahead. What's the question for Dr. McDreamy?
Dr. McDreamy, Drop'em, that is the name on YouTube. He wants to know, what is your take on the hospital having copper door handles to get rid of SARS? Is that a thing?
Well, not in our hospitals, and I'm not sure that they'd pay for that. But, theoretically, you could do the same thing with onions. You could put the onions in a room and theoretically do the same thing. I'm not sure I'd spend the money on that to do that, but it's more of a gimmick, kind of like this, I think.
Interesting.
I wonder why they'd even do that. Like, what are you trying to tell people? Hey, if you've got SARS, come to our hospital. We have copper door handles. I mean, if that's a selling point, yeah, I'll go to that hospital if I got SARS.
Yeah, that's crazy. I haven't heard of that here, but I've also been out of the hospital for a couple of years. But I'll check in with some of the folks I know here and see if they're doing that. But I highly doubt it.
Well, just remember, if you have SARS and you're in an ambulance and you're on your way to the hospital, make sure you grab the driver and go, "Which hospital are you taking me to, man? I got to go to the one with the copper door handles, man."
Well, if the patient that has SARS is able to get up and turn the doorknob, I think they're doing okay.
Like they don't have to be there? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
All right.
Or change, maybe rethink that diagnosis.
Yeah, dude. I don't think he's got SARS, Doc. He's walking around polishing all the doorknobs for us. I think he's okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that was my question, because they sell all these gimmicks online about, don't get drunk, take this, do that. But this seemed to be the dumbest one ever. Stick a plastic fork in it and you're done. And I went, all right. So that's why we had to call you. Yeah, Gen X Mom, what do you got?
Danny H on YouTube has a question for Dr. McDreamy. He puts it out there, and then at the end he goes, not a legit question.
Right. Well, then you shouldn't have said that. You should have left it as a question.
Oh, it says, Dr. McDreamy, it's funny how they call him Dr. McDreamy.
Well, what else are we supposed to call him? Everybody's got a nickname.
Oh, shoot. I just lost it. Oh, where'd it go?
I don't know. Is it in the sheets where it belongs?
No, I'm picking it out of the chat. It just flipped.
I'm in Facebook. You said it's YouTube?
Yeah, okay, here it is. Dr. McDreamy. Yeah, it's on YouTube. This is from Danny H. In your expert opinion, was the Tyson-Paul fight a work fix?
Here we go. Now, you guys, so basically what you guys are saying is, even though I came on at the very next show and I told you guys, I spoke to Dr. McDreamy, I gave a little bit of his opinion, nope, they don't believe me. They want to hear it from the horse's mouth.
That's
you guys
right.
thinking I'm a bunch of, all right, go ahead. Dr. McDreamy, what are you allowed to say about that fight?
Oh, I'm allowed to say a lot just because I didn't work it and all that. It wasn't in Nevada. But my thoughts are, I've seen all the video, the pulling of the punches, and when they're hugging it out, and maybe Jake Paul giving him a little cue like, hey, slow it down, don't hit me, like, I think there was some backroom deals done. I do believe that might have happened. I heard there was a no knockout clause. So I don't know I can't speak to that, but watching the fight, I was not surprised in how Tyson looked. His wide-based gait, his feet were far apart. He was not able to throw punches when he wanted to, and he took a couple of shots. I was actually surprised. Didn't knock him down, but those gloves were 14 ounces and not 10 like they should have been.
Yeah.
The 2-minute rounds were supposed to keep this more lively, and what we saw was just a you-know-what show. I thought it was embarrassing. I mean, I think if anybody tuned in to this fight thinking they were going to see the Tyson of the 80s and 90s, I think you expected what you got there.
I don't think anybody tuned in to see that. I mean, we all know. But I think we were all I was hoping to see a couple of combinations, maybe a combination each round where he got in there and mixed it up kind of tough. But I'm going to ask you one question. And this is your opinion, okay? From all the footage you saw of that Tyson fight, do you think at any point, even once, do you think Tyson pulled a punch?
Yeah, I saw one clip where he ducked in, and his usual is to throw a right and overhand right, and he had that halfway in, and he pulled it.
Okay,
so
that's it.
I saw one clip on that. On the rest of it, I can't. He didn't do much of anything except for the first round when he threw a couple of combinations, and it kind of looked like the Tyson of old.
Yeah.
But no, that one clip with the right holding of the punch, that to me was, I was like, something's
That's
up
what
there.
I thought too. I thought if you can verify one punch pulled, then that throws the whole thing into question for me. But here's what I don't like is that now, anytime they do any sort of an exhibition fight like this with any other boxers ever again, we're all going to go, well, come on. We saw the Tyson Paul. Come on. I mean, if you want to keep doing this, you got to sell it. Even if it's just for show, you got to sell it. You can't just drag us along because we're not interested. I wouldn't have paid for that fight. I'd have wanted my money back, if I had to pay for that.
Well, as many people as voted red, as we see on the maps, right? As according, red to blue.
Right.
If everyone in red did not pay for this stupid thing, or even, even get on Netflix, or even close down their Netflix accounts, that's where it's going to make the most impact. It's going to be in the pocketbook, because then he can't survive anymore. So people he's going to get the next name out there. He's talking about Canelo, I don't understand that. He's talking about some other legit fighters. I think in his mind, he thinks he is top notch. He is a legit boxer. I will give him that. He's devoted his life to this. I told you, you and I spoke.
Well, yeah, but
I told him
but hold on. If he knows he pulled punches, if he knows he could have done more, why wouldn't you set up another fight going, all right, next time I'm not pulling my punches. Watch me go. I mean, why wouldn't he think that way?
Tyson or anybody else? Who do you mean?
I mean Tyson. Why are you talking about Tyson setting up next fights or Paul?
No, I'm talking about Paul. I'm not talking about Tyson.
No, I don't care about him. I don't even. I wouldn't.
No, Tyson needs to go and retire and stay retired.
Well,
that was simple.
Yeah, he needs to do boxing poses for money. Where he gets in front of people and he poses. He can get $20 a picture.
I got a question. Do you think he could ever coach, or be a trainer for somebody else?
No, that's just not his personality. He knows how to do it. He knows how to throw punches. He knows what to do from custom auto, and he knows that style, the peekaboo. Not many fighters use the peekaboo style like he uses, and I just don't see him having the patience, and it's just not his. He got out of when he retired the first time, not the third or fourth time. He said, "I don't have, my heart's not in this, and I don't want to do this. It's purely for money."
Yeah.
And coaching is not going to give him any money at all. Those guys don't make much at all.
Oh, that's too bad.
Well, Dr. McDreamy, we're going to say goodbye and say thank you very much for letting us call you and bug you about this stuff. I know you got tons of stuff going on. We could sit here all night. We can make a whole entire show out of this, the Dr. McDreamy hour, because I got 30 more questions, but I also got people tapping me on the shoulder saying, we're waiting on you. So, hey, thank you very much for taking our call. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. We'll do it again.
Absolutely.
Right,
thank you.
Bye, guys.
All right, that was Dr. McDreamy, and they're going back to the where's my screen here? Where did my screen go? All right, so now you see, I told you that it's pretty much the same thing that I told you he said before. Danny H., if I can find you, I'm putting you in the fucking woodshed. Why? Because all you did was call me out and go, now that he's actually on the phone, not that I don't believe you, General, but, well, I don't believe you, General, and then he's here. He said the same thing I told you. I mean, more detail, of course, because, he knows the terminology and go a little deeper than I was paraphrasing, of course, wasn't quoting him, but Jesus Christ. All right, so look. Now, there's one more thing that we'll move on to, and then they're waiting here in studio. Told you I had another guest. You guys remember Briggs. Listen to that sound of exasperation from every one of you. Yeah, but don't worry. We're not putting him on camera. No. Do you guys remember his girlfriend, Addie? Oh, yeah, look at the smiles come back on everybody. Oh, now look at that. Everybody's back. Welcome back. Yeah. Do you guys remember that Addie was trying to get her things in order to go to the big FFA convention back east, and she was having trouble, and she was scared about flying, and she was nervous about being that far from home. There's a bunch of stuff going on, and she did it. She went back. You guys chipped in a bunch of money to get her there. She not only got she got all the stuff, she got all the reservations, the room, the tickets, everything. She had extra money to go travel because they go out there. Some kids get to go to little museums and things and side trips while they're there for that time. It's a long time being there. And then there's some kids who just have enough money to go and come back, and they participate, but they don't get to do all the side quests, as the kids today say. And she was able to do everything thanks to you guys. We're going to switch cameras and bring her on. Jennick's mom will be on screen with us. And it'll also be, where did it go? Doo-doo-doo. And Addie, let's see if we got it. Look at that. There's Addie. Hey, Addie, how are you? Can you talk in your mic? Let me see if I can hear you.
Hi there.
Hey.
Hi, Addie.
Can you hear me just fine?
We can hear you just fine. So, my gosh, I know it's been a little bit. We're trying to get you on sooner, but timing issues didn't work out. Tell us, when you're getting packed and ready to go, you had to have been nervous about driving towards the airport because you hadn't been on a big plane before, had you?
God. No, I had not. I was terrified out of my mind. My mom drove me up there, and I was shaking in my boots. I was like, will you walk me in? She didn't.
Would you put me on the plane and buckle me into my seat?
No, we pulled up to the airport, and she was like, all right, well, this is where I leave you. I'm like, what?
Aw.
Was it hard to... Where'd you fly out of?
Bakersfield.
Okay, so it was a really small airport. You didn't have to go to LAX or Fresno.
Yeah, thankfully.
And did you fly straight there, or did you have to switch planes?
Oh, no, we had a layover in Phoenix.
And how did that go?
The layover wasn't so bad. It was the initial, leaving Bakersfield that was absolutely terrifying because I specifically packed everything so that way I wouldn't have to take a carry-on.
Right.
Because I did not want to lose my luggage whatsoever.
Other way around. So you can take a carry-on. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did take a carry-on. My bad.
I was going to say, if you don't want to lose your luggage...
I didn't want to lose my luggage.
Giving it to the
I
airport
packed in this tiny little suitcase.
risky, giving it to the airport.
I did not want to lose my luggage, and so I make it all the way up there. We're literally about to scan our tickets to get on the plane, and this lovely lady, she told me, she was like, okay, well, we have to check your bag now. And I was like, what?
You're like, no, I did this on purpose. I want to keep it.
I know. I looked at my teachers. I was already crying beforehand because of how scared I was. And then the moment she took my bag from me, full tears, I was walking down the aisle and I was just crying. I was sad. I was like, I'm going to lose my luggage and I'm going to get there and I'm not going to have anything. You can bet that I was checking my luggage on the app thing anytime I got a little bit of service. I was like, all right, is it on the way yet? Come on, is it here?
Where's my stuff?
Oh, I was scared.
All right, so you land there. You're back east. Where did you go? Where did you end up? Where was the FFA convention?
It was in Indianapolis, Indiana.
And how did you find Indianapolis, Indiana? It was your first time there. Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. It was beautiful there. We didn't get to travel too much on the first day, but the day that we actually started going out, it's super flat compared to here. That's for one thing. But
that's your observation. It's flat. There's no hills at all.
There isn't. And so I was shocked. I remember I told Briggs, I was like, dude, it's it's just flat.
She's asking everybody, hey, what'd you guys do at the hills, man? Where's the mountains?
But it was absolutely beautiful there because there were so many trees. There were so many, there wasn't no palm trees or things like that, but there was just beautiful trees. And I remember I sent pictures to Jennick's mom about it, where they were gorgeous colors of vibrant reds and orange and yellows. And I was like, oh my God, I absolutely love it here. It's beautiful.
How was the convention? How many kids showed up this year to that convention?
I think it was 600,000.
Holy.
It was a lot of people. And we had just hit FFA. They were advertising it a lot. How we just hit the 1 million mark for how many members we have in the program.
And you guys all have to wear blue corduroy.
Yep.
That's noisy. 60,000 or 600, hundreds of thousands of people with blue corduroy. Zip, 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 zip. That's noisy.
Yes.
That's a hell of a noise. So how did you find the convention? Was it organized this year? Because sometimes they're a little bit bumpy, but was this one together and good?
Oh, yeah, it was nice. And it made it really convenient because our hotel was connected to the actual convention center. So we didn't have to go out on the streets or anything.
Good. So you weren't in one of those schools that had to drive a van to get to the convention.
Yes, thankfully. Because I was wearing heels, and after just walking to the convention center in general, my feet were killing me. I was not able to handle no long walk over there.
Yeah, tell them that heels is required. Well, it's kind of required.
Is
you
it?
have to wear... You can have flats.
Especially in our school, they're a bit more strict on it, but I snuck in flats after day 2 to help me out where I could.
Just tell them your heels broke. So I only brought one pair and they broke. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Where'd you get to go that was not FFA related? What do you remember? What's the couple places you can think were your favorite places to go outside when you were just traveling?
Well, we did go to a sheep breeding farm, which was really cool, especially since our teacher, like, she breeds sheep, so she was super excited about it. And I got to see a lot of different sheep there, and they were all really cute. We got to learn about different feeds and such. But one of my favorites, which is like everyone's favorite, was probably Louisville Slugger. I really liked it.
Oh, where they make the baseball bats.
Yes, and I brought you a baseball bat.
Yes.
You did, yeah. I have only got to use it once. My wife hits me over the head with it, so technically I've received it several times since you dropped it off. I've been hit with it a few times. It's solid, I'll tell you that. I can tell you that from being on this end of it.
But I loved seeing like the history about it, and they were showing us all different kinds of bats that they made for like certain events and such. Like how they had, I forgot what team it was, but they were like, oh yeah, we had to make a lightsaber bat for this event. And I was like, that's freaking awesome. I love that.
Well, we are very glad that you went, and you seem to come back with stories and what a great time it was, and all the kids that went from your school and all the kids you got to meet from everywhere else. Is there anything else that pops into your head about that time there that you want to share with everybody?
Yeah, I managed to take a picture with someone from each state, like all the 50 states plus Puerto Rico. And it was really cool because some of them were like they didn't have as many people there or such. So we had to like, if we saw like the glimpse of a back of one of the jackets, because they have their states on the back of the jackets.
Right.
We would just like bolt towards them, heels and all, like running. My friend Sarah, she's really tall, and so she has like long legs, and she would just sprint down the line, whereas me with my bag trying to run past her, trying to get to these kids.
But you got all 50 states?
I got all 50 states plus Puerto Rico.
I don't
That's
think that
awesome.
when Briggs was there, even all 50 states showed up.
I missed 3 states.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Because you couldn't find them or because they weren't there?
One wasn't there, and like one only showed up like the first day.
Oh.
Had to, and then the other ones weren't there. Oh, sorry. Other ones I didn't find. One wasn't there, couldn't find the other ones.
Okay. I have a question for Addie, or another thing I want her to tell everybody was, so we're heading into the second half of your senior year coming up. You're graduating in June. What are the titles that you're holding for FFA as an officer? What are you doing this year?
Well, I'm currently the chapter treasurer this year and the sectional secretary as well. So I'm really excited about both of those, especially the secretary.
Just so you know, not that anybody listens to me, because I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert, and I haven't had an original thought in my head since 1973. However, you should have been president or vice president this year. That's my opinion. I like the titles you have, but I definitely think you should have been president or vice president. But what do I know? You know.
Well, for actually my sophomore year, I held the title of vice president for both chapter and region.
Wow.
Okay, then you were totally up for president. I'm just saying, that's how that works. You got to climb that ladder, girl. Don't take no for an answer.
Life happens, and there's definitely like a lot of great kids on our team, though, and I think I'm really glad to just be on a team with them and have a great time with them either way.
It sounds like all the stuff you came back, you were so happy when you came back of all the things you could say and that you did. So that's exciting. It really was. I was so glad. Now, just I'm sure you want to say thank you to everybody. There's lots of people in here that helped donate to get you there. This is your time to tell them thank you, because they are listening and they really wanted you to have a good time.
Okay, well, I really do thank you guys, because I am really happy that I had the opportunity, and knowing that I had everyone's support, it made me very happy. I got very emotional, especially on the call when I heard about it, but it was a very exciting thing, and I want you like all to know that I made like the absolute most of it I possibly could, and I had a great time, and I'm really glad that you guys like wanted me to go there, and I'm glad that I could tell you all about it as well.
They did. That was a very heartfelt. They really wanted you to go, and the Gen X Talks community really came together. Gen X Mom, what's up?
We have a really. I'm going to have Addie answer this question.
Okay.
We have a few Australians in here, and they don't know what FFA is. Could you let them know why you're a part of it and what it stands for?
FFA stands for the Future Farmers of America. Sorry, this is like something we gotta go through as a script sometimes, but essentially it's a student ran organization where we're essentially helping support agriculture as well as promote it and the different activities and careers and paths that kids can go down, and essentially be able to help ensure that the future of agriculture grows and have a lot of member involvement, and to get other people into what exactly agriculture is is, other than just the face of, hey, it's a lot of cows and fields.
Right.
But there's a really big leadership aspect in it as well, which is why there are people like me who hold certain positions to help promote such things with these new students.
Yeah. You know what the thing that I found fascinating it wasn't just agriculture when Briggs got into this. Agriculture is also tractors and farm equipment. So you're learning mechanics and you're learning basic hydraulics and you're learning how all the gear on the tractors and the balers and the pickers and everything. I mean, once you cross over to that side into automotive welding and hydraulics, which is what all farmers know how to do to keep their stuff on the road.
Right.
That's hugely expansive. That is no longer just picking grapes and growing cotton and fruits and vegetables. No. That's a huge thing.
Yeah.
When you
And
get
there's
onto that
ag
side.
science. There's ag science. There's ag business. There's everywhere. It is such a big thing. Kristen Dvorak gave $50. So glad you had a fantastic time, Addie. From Christina Dvorak. She said that for you.
So there you go. It's a big organization. There's a lot of aspects to it. And I will tell you this. We've had kids. I've raised 32 children. And this last batch of 8 that we've been monitoring together, Jenix Mom and I, they've been in everything. They've been in baseball. They've been in football. They've been in track. They've been in cheer. They've been in dance. They've been in audio visual. They've been in drama. I mean, we've had kids that have gone through everything. And I will tell you that overall, the kids that are in the FFA program by far and away as a group are more, what do you say, from good stock, from good families. They're the salt of the earth kids that are involved in these programs. There's good kids in football and basketball. Yes, there are. But there's nothing like, overall, there's nothing like the kids in FFA. Absolutely a different group of kids set apart. In my humble opinion. Since nobody asked, I figured I'd tell you. There you go.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, Addie, thank you for taking time to come along with us, and thank you for sharing some of the stuff you did down there. The Gen X Talks community, they love you. They wouldn't have sent you if they didn't. They know who you are. I mean, let's face it. Not only do they send you the money to go to this because they love you, but I gotta say, part of it was probably because they know you're putting up with Brigger. There's a big part of that. We're like, oh, just give her the money. She's dating Briggs. Come on, let's just help that girl out. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
Addie, Dr. Shadowlight on Rumble wants to know what you want to do past high school. Do you have any idea at the moment what you want to do?
Yeah. Well, just recently I had told Gen X Mom and such that I got accepted into Chico State, which is a college that I really wanted to go to, so I'm really happy. Apparently, I got accepted quicker than colleges usually.
Now, are they heavy in ag?
It's a very ag-oriented school. It's something that a lot of our ag teachers promote, and I want to be a teacher one day. So it's a high school teacher, to be specific. I'm very excited about that. I like working with people. I like being able to help them out, and the fact that I got accepted into the school that I was really hoping for, and now I can actually start the process of becoming a teacher, it's extremely exciting, and I really can't wait to start it.
Far out.
It's great.
Anything else? Did you say you had 2 things, Gen X Mom? Or was that
Let me
one?
just double check. Not related to Addie, no.
Okay.
There, I think we're done. Let me just double check. Lots of people are saying in the chat on YouTube that we love you, Addie. We love our Miss Addie. They said they're really proud of you. Some of them are reliving their lives through you. It's all good.
A lot of good memories, a lot of good thoughts, and a lot of good stories. It was a great thing for you to go do, and we're so proud of you for actually getting on the plane and risking your luggage.
Going to Dallas Fort Worth.
Dallas wasn't that bad. It was literally just a couple of things. But
one-way streets.
oh yeah, that was horrible. I felt very uncomfortable the whole time.
On one-way streets?
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. You get used to that stuff. That's like Briggs had to get used to an elevated train. He'd never seen an elevated train before. Let me hear the sound of an elevated train. All right. Addie, I'm going to say goodbye to you. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thanks for doing that with us. And
Thanks for having me.
No, it was our pleasure, and I really appreciate you taking time to tell everybody that it was time well spent. Thank you, dear.
All right, thank you very much.
Bye, Addie.
Bye.
All right, so camera's off, microphone's off. Now she can go over there and cuss and say, God damn it, Briggs, quit start talking to me on the side. He did good.
Yeah, they want to know if Briggs is treating her well.
Oh, he is. He treats me terrible. He doesn't treat you very well. He doesn't treat the dog well. The only thing he treats very well is Addie. Everything else in this life kind of, flip a coin, but not Addie. No. He's very good with her.
Let me just say that tonight he cooked her dinner. He came to me and asked if he'd like to cook her some pasta. So he made some homemade sauce.
I told him, if you want to cook her dinner, order dinner and just pour it on a plate and hide the to-go boxes. You're good as you're set.
Oh my gosh. Bye, kids.
All right. Hey, Briggs, when you shut that, turn the latch. Try that, yeah. All right, so there's the beginning of the show. Look at that. I told you, Dr. McDreamy, we had Addie. What do you need me for? Not even a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so see, we're
So Jeremy Underhill tonight gifted 5 new memberships tonight.
Yep.
And we received quite a few gifts on TikTok. So please thank everybody on TikTok for their nice gifts. Thank you guys on
TikTok. Thanks for showing up and dropping some gifts in there.
Yes.
Normally, we've got time to read your names with the stuff you do. Tonight, a little bit of an exception, but we do appreciate you guys on TikTok.
Top Knots Rule gifted 5 memberships tonight. And Loud One, $5. Kind of here, doing some driving and some mingling and lots of drinking while chatting with my visitors. So, might want to hold on pretty tight.
I'm not sure why there's nothing in the jar. I mean, like nothing is in the jar. Maybe
everybody was sitting back and just listening.
No, because even new members, the jar does something, or when people follow, the jar does something, and it's like not doing anything. That's a weird gig. I don't know. All right, so let's go over to the other part of the program. We got stuff going on over here in this part of the program, buddy. All right, so now we go to the drag and drop section of the show. I don't know if we're going to get to everything tonight. There was a lot to get to. I wanted to take some phone calls with some history questions.
Oh.
Some basic history questions. Because we
got a couple teachers in the YouTube chat. So.
Well, we had the elections, and everybody's been talking about things, and, the new president's doing this, the old president's not doing that, and what are you allowed to do, what are you not allowed to do? Just some basic civics questions. I'm not sure if we'll get to those, but all right. Let's see. And the bus ready to go. It's been 42 minutes. Let's check in with our bus driver. Let's check in with the Tasmanian and the crazy Tasmanian. Let's see if a loud one. I just need to know if everything's going along smooth. I know you've been drinking a lot tonight. Where are we at? What the Okay. First, he's talking his ass off. All right. So now we're slurring. I can't eat. For those of you that are already drunk, that's going to sound just about right. All right. So let's, I think we should start the drag and drop section of the program with a big fat I told you so. With a big fuck up. And there's no bigger fuck up than me. So normally we get to October and I start telling Gen X mom, look, figure out a Christmas ornament. Order it now, get like 50 or 80 of them, get 100 of them, and get them here so that we can sell them and say, hey, Gen X Talks, Christmas time, Christmas ornament 2024. There's some people that have bought every Christmas ornament every year. And she always waits too long. She's racing to get them by the 12th of December so she can get them out in the... It's just such a fucking hassle. Every year. So this year, I got in her face and I said, okay, here's what's going to happen. You either fucking do it or I'm doing it my goddamn self. And then I just went and did it my goddamn self. And I ordered some really nice, heavy glass ones. Not acrylic, not plastic. No. Glass. I wanted them to write Gen X Talks in the bottom. I wanted it to be a beautiful, heavy ornament. So when they arrived, I could say, look what I did. Look what I bought. I got a bunch of these. I'd have to wait on you. I just got some. So look. Problem is that she opened them up first. And they weren't exactly what I thought they were going to be. They're a little fucked up. In fact, they were a lot fucked up. Now, I wanted to run before she says anything, when she goes, these are fucked up, I want to go, well, it wasn't what I ordered. The shipping company obviously fucked it up. The people that made it clearly messed this order up. I would have never ordered something so stupid. But before she even told me she opened them, she went into the emails, looked at the order, the proof that I approved of, and said, hey, dumbass, this is exactly what you signed on for, which I still don't know what happened here, but this is it. This is the ornament. Welcome to our new home. First Christmas in our new home, and then Gen X Talks written in stupid heart letters at the bottom. And what is it? Why would I have something that says new home on it? Why would I didn't... I mean, the Christmas lights are our first Christmas. So she looks at me and goes, all right, the only way this makes sense, stupid, since we've lived here 20-some years in this house, is if you go all the way to Dayton, because we just bought a piece of bare land in Dayton, Nevada, and you stand on the land and you hold up the ornament and go, look, it's our first Christmas, sort of here in Dayton, and take a picture.
Yeah, that didn't fly.
Holding a fake Christmas tree and the ornament, and have that as our Christmas card.
I would have gave you a Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's the only way this whole thing kind of makes sense, which it doesn't. So I just threw the thing aside. I'm like, well, this is dumb. The only saving grace is that I only ordered 20 of them because I thought if they were really good, I was going to order more. And what she's going to do, Mary Mathis and Jennick's mom, they have their equipment in the office, and they're going to take some vinyl. They're going to cut out some vinyl, and they're going to write the general fucked up, and they're going to cut it out, and they're going to heat press on the vinyl. Then they're going to have the little smiley face guy. Then they're going to put your name on it. They're going to put your name on that, and this is going to be an ugly, fucked up mistake of a Christmas ornament. There's only 20 of them. I put this up on the on the member sites earlier today, and I think we sold 10.
Yeah, I think so. Half of them are
they're
gone.
almost gone. But good moderators can put it up right now, and we're selling just for a couple bucks over what I paid for it because you're doing some work to it too, with your stuff and your supplies and your time. A couple bucks over that.
Yeah, I'm still working.
Yeah, you're still working. And this was supposed to be a slam dunk. Now, the bottom does say Gen X Talks 2024. So, hey. And
the year the general messed things up. There you go.
I'm not sure why it's got a set of car keys. Oh, those are supposed to be house keys. Okay. And it says love, and there's a Christmas tree, and then there's Christmas lights. All that part kind of worked out okay, but the rest of it's fucked up. So this is actually going to say the general fucked up, and your name can go here, so you can have your own personalized one.
I wonder what this person was thinking when they did this company. They made 20 of our first Christmas. Did they think you had 20 homes? I mean, think about it.
Why would someone order 20 of these things anyway? Yeah, maybe they thought we had a lot of Christmas trees in our house. These guys got
20 homes, first homes,
or 10 homes and 2 trees.
Or we had 20 kids that bought their first home this last year.
Yeah, or 10 homes with 2 trees in each home.
Unbelievable.
I don't know, but they sent it out. We paid for it, and they're nice. Oh, they're heavy. They're beautiful.
Glass.
It's glass.
It's pretty.
Not acrylic. It's not plastic.
But did he offer me to proofread anything that he did? No, he didn't.
No,
not even the staff. If he wanted to surprise me, he could have done staff. But no, Sammy Joe is always offering to do proofreading for you. But no.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to have. I did this for you. You're welcome, America moment. And all it turned out to be was a big fat I told you so.
See what happens when you try to do that? Backfires.
All right. So if you guys want, there's probably 10 or 11 of these things left. If the moderators put up the direct link for it and you want one, you can own a part of Gen X Talks lore. Who's going to own one of the 20 ugly, stupid, dumbass? Yeah, they're really dumb.
You could say that the people that buy them would say, yeah, we were there.
Yeah, we were, because I'm not even saving one for me. I don't even want one. They're that bad, but you guys will be able to say you got one. Okay.
Oh, Callie Cat said everyone who buys one should have an open invite to your new home in Dayton and camp out rights in the backyard.
Wow. Hold on a second. For $30, that's giving away quite a bit.
Christopher Sevick says, you've heard of ugly sweaters. Now you can own an ugly ornament.
That's right. This is ugly sweater, but a Gen X Talk style.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, why don't you hydrate for a second?
Okay.
Wet your whistle.
Do you have the heater on? Because I'm fucking roasting over here.
There isn't.
Really? I'm just naturally hot today.
Jason on YouTube wants to know what the staff gets for a Christmas bonus. Well, Jason, here's my comment. It's none of your business. How's that?
Yeah, they all get to work on the roof. They get a raise. They all can go work on the roof.
The Dirty Wrench, handsome general, may I politely and respectfully suggest you fucking hydrate? The Dirty Wrench said that.
Hydrating.
Okay, and Dr. Shadowlight.
Yeah.
On Rumble.
Yeah.
Banana sauce ornament, anyone? The
No.
Banana Sauce Union is ready to assist.
Not fucking doing a banana sauce one. Okay, so.
You feeling better now?
A little bit. Hey,
hydrated?
Do you want to feel old?
Do I want to feel old?
Yeah.
I do feel old.
I found I came across a picture today, and I'll show it to you guys. Do you guys remember the movie Footloose? And with Kevin Bacon, the original, and those terrible old people. Remember the parents that didn't fit in, and they were just crusty old people that were ruining everything? Yeah, look at that. Remember the super old parents that ruined all the fun in Footloose? He was 38, and she was 36. I do remember them being old and crotchety and out of touch and out of focus, and he was 38. Oh. It's like, oh my God, yeah, you guys got to stop sending me those. That was just horrible. That was a bunch of bullshit. All right, what else is there? This came across there too. Roseanne and Michael Richards, who played Kramer on Seinfeld, are developing a new non-woke sitcom all about traditional values. I read the story. It sounds like that's not a joke. It sounds like it might actually be happening. I don't know what their roles are going to be in it, if they're starring or co-starring in it, or if it's maybe they're the grandparents, and I don't know. But if they actually do this, I don't care if the only way to watch this is to buy it. I'm buying the season. That's how dedicated to this I'm going to be. Speaking of the holidays, I think this goes for everyone. Now, this definitely, it's a joke, it's a meme, it's clever, and it's funny, but it suits our household perfectly. You see this right here? This is Gen X mom getting ready for Thanksgiving. You see that? You see that right there? That's the Jurassic Park. And then, of course, this is what everybody sees when they show up Thanksgiving Day, when Gen X mom, this is the Toy Story dinosaur. That's Gen X mom on Thanksgiving. Oh, how's everybody doing? It's all loving and hugs and kind. And how are you? How you doing? I'm a dinosaur. But up until that day, up until the doorbell rings for the first time, it's the Jurassic Park mom up there, the dinosaur, just so you guys know it's a story. But I've contacted my kids and I said, the ones that are, some are coming over and some are not, but they all had the same answer. How are you going to prepare? Not you're out on your own for years. How are you going to prepare your Thanksgiving turkey? And pretty much all of them had the same answer. They're very traditional. My kids are traditional. They're going to do it the old Irish way. I still cook my turkey the old-fashioned way. I let my mom cook it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how our daughters are.
I'm still doing that. Oh, well, I'm very traditional. I'm going to let my wife do it. So there you go. Speaking of Thanksgiving Day memes, here's another one for you. Call me traditional, but I prefer my cranberry in its natural state, the shape of a can of dog food right on the plate. I don't know why that. Now that he said it that way, I think somebody needs to cut that up before they do something. Don't put it on a cranberry plate if there is such a thing. What else was in the news? Oh yeah, the Jaguar. The Jaguar did that woke commercial and everybody made fun of it and people quit buying Jaguars and the company lost money. There's people that divested from them. And the Jaguar boss defends the woke ad and accuses of hatred and intolerance. And have we... We just had an election where the losing side, all they did was hate and Nazis and Hitler and where World War III is going to happen and the bomb and the end of democracy. Is anybody picking up on the fact that doesn't work anymore? No one believes you. No one cares. You don't see you do this and it's going to be no one's listening anymore. Well, you're racist. I don't care. Well, you're misogynistic. Well, say what you want. No, you just keep throwing these things and we don't listen anymore. We don't care what you say. We don't care what you call us. And here's the Jaguar boss. You're all hating and you're intolerant and you're phobic. Okay, and again, we've heard it every day. No one's listening. We don't believe when you say we're this way. You accuse us as being the problem. And we're like, yeah, okay, say what you want. We're just not buying Jaguars. Well, say what you want. Yeah, okay, I'm intolerant. I'm phobic. Yeah, I heard you. Nobody cares. The pendulum, I have been saying this, for those of you that have been watching this program for the past 2 years, I've been saying for about a year and a half, the pendulum is swinging the other way. I've been almost weekly saying this, the pendulum is swinging the other way, and I gave you proof, and I showed you things along the way, and here's another one. Nobody cares. Well, if you don't buy Jaguar, if you don't buy this, if you don't vote the way, then there's a problem with you. I don't think so. I'm doing what I want. I'm voting what I want. I'm doing what I want. I don't care anymore. You guys used to be able to beat us back into submission. Remember those days? You yell, okay, I'll be quiet. I won't say anything. I'll vote what you want. I'll do what you want. Okay. I get it. And now we're past that. And I gave you guys a warning. I gave you guys a warning about the pendulum swinging the other way. Nobody listened to me about the pendulum, and yet here we are. And you're not going to listen when I tell you about the pendulum. I'm going to tell you something else, and no one's going to listen, and then I'm going to have to raise my hand and go, well, I remember talking about this back in November of 24. Unfortunately, in my country, when you push us so far, we snap back. And the pendulum begins going back the other way. Now, everybody would be happy if the pendulum swung back to the middle and we just stayed there. But unfortunately, in my country, it sometimes swings back the other way too far. Just like when everybody was tired of disco, we could have just said, hey, we're tired of disco. Let's stop disco. There's no more disco. Let's just move on from disco. No. People hated the Bee Gees. They started riots. They burned records. The pendulum swings back the other way and usually smashes up against the wall. I'm not saying that's the correct course of action. I'm letting you know that's how things happen. You got to quit spewing the hate. You got to quit telling us this is all our fault and we don't understand why we're not buying a Jaguar. We don't understand why we voted for Trump. We don't understand why. Yes, we do. And the more you keep telling us that we're idiots and this is our fault, the harder we're going to keep pushing that pendulum, maybe past where it's supposed to stop. I hope you guys remembered all this right here, because if it happens, no one's going to remember it. Wow, we didn't see that coming. Yeah, we did. I've been a keen observer of human nature for 56 laps around the sun. Just a fair warning out there, my friends. That one's for free, America. You're welcome. And Denmark. Here's another one. This won't make sense to any but about 4 of you in the room, but it says political cartoonist wrote Jaguar, the Edsel of the woke era. Oh, that's funny. And if you guys know why he over amplified the front hood, the grill of the Jaguar, that's a throwback to the Edsel. But I won't expect you guys to understand this. So let's move on to something else I love this show. I love Yellowstone. That's Kevin Costner on the left in Yellowstone. He's written off the show. If you haven't seen what's going on, I won't tell you. I'm not a fan. I love Yellowstone and I love Taylor Sheridan's work. I'm not a fan of how this is being filmed. I'm not a fan of how they've edited it together. I can follow it, but I don't like it. It's like, wait a second, they're doing a lot of time thing before and back in time, not like they've done in the series before. It's just like, God, fuck. Now I just want it to get over so I know what happened, I know what the story is. They got 3 more episodes. Let's just get it done. However, Landman
I love this show.
Yeah, is the one on the right.
I've always liked Billy Bob Thornton.
Me too.
He's awesome.
And this is another Taylor Sheridan one. And it's written in this edgy style of reality and reality and bringing the show. You know, it's TV, so there's it's comedy and there's flamboyance in it. But I love how it's written. I love the acting in it. I'm hooked on it. They could do 5 or 6 seasons of this, and I'm in. I'm in for the whole ride. So just so you guys know, because you guys ask, Yellowstone, I'm just kind of hurrying it through. Let's get it done. I don't think it's going to be as bad as the ending to Lost or Game of Thrones, but it's not going to be Breaking Bad. It's not going to end with a bang. Like, I don't think it will. That's what my interpretation.
A lot of the shows have started doing that. Like you were talking about Game of Thrones. The last season was a bummer. It was so great, and then all of a sudden, the last season they just lost it.
Yep,
and they're doing it with Yellowstone too. It's like,
Well, the thing that I hate in this age of filming is that you have to wait over a year, not just through a hiatus, not through the off season. We don't wait for every spring the new shows come out. We get to see new shows in the fall lineup. No, this time they'll take a show and they'll take 18 months before a new one comes out. And I got to tell you, there's some shows that were on Apple TV that I was interested in. A year and 4 months went by. I don't care if they come. I'm lost interest now.
Yeah, it's been too long.
It's too far. I don't even care anymore. So now you have to have an exceptional show to be able to keep an audience like that.
Agree.
I'm not that interested anymore.
I agree.
All right. Where was I? Has stuff to say. Scrolling. Go back to myself. See, there's some stuff in the jar finally. I knew it would get there. All right. How's it feel old? Was in Just Park. There's no turkey. Yeah, this one was a good. This one's from Gen X Moms, from my wife. I love this because these come up every now and then. And for those of you, one of my sons is this way, where he's always like, hey, what's going on? I've looked at all the science, I've looked at all the research, and this is what's going on, and there's things changing in the world right now. And here's all the empirical evidence. Here's what the science tells us what's going on. Well, in the 60s, it was a scientific proven fact that oil was going to be gone in 10 years. Yeah. That was a big push. We're losing all the oil. Oil's going to be gone in 10 years. It's empirical evidence and science. We're done. The oil's going to be gone in 10 years. Tomorrow, there'll be no more oil. In the 70s, it was another ice age. They scared the shit out of us with that. Another ice age is coming. The ice age is coming. We've looked at all the empirical science and the empirical evidence, and we're telling you right now it's conclusive. There will be an ice age tomorrow. In the 80s, it was acid rain. Now, I don't know if that was everywhere. It was going to kill all of our crops, and we couldn't play outside in the rain. In Los Angeles, that was because smog is in the air, and when it rains, it goes through the smog, and it turns to acid, and it's going to burn the paint off your cars. We couldn't play outside in the rain unless you had a hazmat suit on, because in the 80s, the empirical science and data is that we are going to have acid rain tomorrow. And then in the 90s, the ozone layer will be gone in 10 years. And by the year 2000, the radiation is going to be coming through and the ozone layer is gone. And in 2000, the ice caps are melting. And in 10 years, it's going to be a global warming and the empirical evidence. And it just was, you think about this in context. And I'm telling you, you weren't there. But when I tell you the whole vibe of global warming, you get it. Because you're living it. It's a pulsating on you every time you see anything. Imagine that for running out of oil. In the 60s, they knew we were going to run out of oil. In the 70s, they knew another ice age was coming. In the 80s, acid rain, they knew that tomorrow, acid rain. In the 90s, the ozone, they knew tomorrow, the ozone layer. And 2000, here we are in the 2020s, and it's global warming, it's climate change. Imagine what you'll know tomorrow. There'll be something else. I don't know what, but it'll change into something. This one's the thing at the bottom. It's everything is more taxes. When it comes down to the government pushes a lot of this stuff, it's because they want to raise taxes to fight the inevitable. Okay, well, it's pretty arrogant thinking that we have control over the planet. Whatever. I like this one. You guys are going to love this. There's a bunch of old people in the audience going to relate to this one perfectly. Guy walks into an auto parts store. I need 2 feet of 3/8 fuel line. You need 2 feet of 3/8 fuel line. Okay. For what year, make, and model? Who gives a shit? Just give me the fuel line. Well, what are you putting it on? Why do you need to know? Now, this isn't as much stupidity of our generation is they don't know enough of their surroundings, so when they're told just sit at the counter, wear the uniform, ask these questions in this order, that's what I'm paying you to do. They don't have a working understanding of what's going on, so they just stick to what they're told. Pay attention to that. They stick to what they're told. Wow. And when they do that in high school and they learn that in college and then their entry-level jobs, they're doing what they're told in the order they're told. They don't even go out and get an understanding of what they're doing. That's why when they switch jobs, they get confused and someone says, I need a battery. And the kid behind the counter goes, oh, do you want fries with that? Oh, wait, that was my last job. They're not paying attention to what's going on around them. You guys know I'm right on that. Here's one that my wife sent me that I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm almost on this guy's side. He trained his dog to drop a brick on anybody who rang his doorbell. And you guys can see, you guys know the guy who did this. This is a loud one. This is our bus driver, and that's Pasta. That's his dog Pasta. And he trained him, just sit up there with a brick and pick it up. When you hear the doorbell ring, fucking drop it.
Hey, and Loudwood would totally do that.
He would completely just going to fight. Loudwood would put a dog food up there, a bowl of water, and about 35 bricks with a warning sign.
And said, go at it. Yeah,
don't ring my fucking bell. Or if you do ring the bell, look up.
That would be funny.
So here's another one for you. This is one of the memes things that goes across with my wife and the channels, but do you guys know what this is? I think I've only seen one of these in real life. By the time I grew up in Los Angeles County in the 70s, these were all gone. I mean, I remember seeing, I think, one or two, but they weren't functional. You weren't allowed to use them anymore. But they kind of got rid of those in the 20s and 30s, for obvious reasons. But at the time, there was an important thing. Does anybody know what those are? Any words coming across the...
Fireplace clean out?
Not a fireplace clean out, no.
Coal chute? Coal box?
It was not a coal box or a coal chute. These had one job when I was a kid.
They're saying coal box.
That's not what mine was. That is kind of close to the house for being what I thought it was. Maybe this one is a coal
place
box.
to hide dirty magazines?
Yes, this is a dirty. Ours were called
ash box?
Incinerators. They would get rid of stuff. You'd burn small things in there. You could burn small items in there. But if this was a coal box, wouldn't it be attached to the house? Because this is clearly not. It's got a gap of about a foot between the house and that. But it could be, if it's a coal box back east out in L.A., these were incinerators. You clean them out in the bottom with the ashes, but they burned a lot of stuff. Let me go to something else for you guys. Did everybody get a notification on this, or did you guys not get a notification? How many of you can raise your hand got your smoke signals? Because they closed down conservative. We are getting closed down on Facebook. We're limited on YouTube. We are getting squashed everywhere. TikTok's the same way. They don't tell you guys what's going on. You can click the bell and you can subscribe. We appreciate when you guys do that. But we don't have a way to let you know what we're doing. We have no way to directly communicate with you except through Patreon. It's $1. But it gives us the ability to let you know when we're going live on KGXT Radio, which is our live radio station. It lets you know when we're going live on here. We just give you a little note. We just send you, say, hey, we're going live in half an hour. We'll see you there. That's it. We don't bother you. But we do let you know what's going on if there's changes. That way you can get through to us. So if you don't know, moderators can put that link up for you right now. Let's see. There was another one here. It's going to double bones. Let's see. No, there was one more thing in here I want to show you guys too. Where'd it go? There was something in here. Oh, this is something for our drive going up through Nevada. This is a true story. We're driving along. Gen X mom freaks out in the passenger seat because she thinks there's what'd you say, a stuffed animal or something?
Oh, I thought it was a statue.
On the side of the road. And there's this donkey.
A burro
just walking around. Now, she didn't get it. This guy's walking like we stopped. He moves around. She got that much of him. He's on the side of the road hanging out. Now, where were we when we saw this guy?
We were in Beatty, Nevada. This old boy I call him Fred. Fred just hanging out, and he's kind of tired, so he's standing still. He's a real fucking burro on the side of the road. Danny H. called it an ass on the street corner.
And there was some ass on that street corner. Also, we're doing the 50 coins. You guys are seeking out 50 coins. A lot of them you guys have found. There's clues. We're hiding them all over the United States in different places. We glue them into certain spots. We hide them. You've solved the clues. You drive there. You take a screwdriver. You pick it off. You've got the gold coin. It means something. It counts for something. And today we placed a few more, and this was the email. Yeah. Pretty much all day long up until the show, I kept checking. The kid kept checking. Well, we've got to answer emails. If they got clues, they got questions. You guys are solving riddles and you're emailing us. It was empty. So don't bitch because then you guys, I turned in my answer for, I turned in a solution to puzzle number 2. I'm trying to find coin number 2, but you guys aren't answering your emails. That has got to be the most famous email we get is you're not answering your emails. And I'm telling you, I looked all day today. There wasn't anything in there. So, you know what? Don't bitch and complain. It was fucking there.
That's funny.
The other thing we're talking about, too. Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat.
What?
That's a song.
I have never heard that.
It's a song.
I've been married to you forever. I've never heard you sing that.
Well, I just did. You said Christmas is coming, and that's what happened.
Well, just so you guys know, Jesus, of course, was born on Christmas. So was the general. I was born December 25th in the year of our Lord, 1967. December 25th in the year of our Lord, 1967. And should any of you be thinking about a Christmas present or a birthday present for me, I had a suggestion. This came across my feed, and I thought, you know what? I would play with Legos again. Legos has a Donald Trump McDonald's and a Donald Trump dump truck. I would do both of those. I would have both of those and put them in studio here. I would not be ashamed of those things. I think those are funny. I'm a Lego guy from way back, and I wouldn't be upset, just letting you guys know. And to your point, we brought this up and talking, I don't know how long ago. It it was a while ago, about Cabbage Patch dolls. And you guys were saying, no, they really didn't fight over them. There was things. They really fought over these things. There was fist fights with women punching themselves. This made the news like every single day. And then Toys R Us used to start handing them out the back dock. They're like, just come buy them out here. We can't have you in the store beating each other up. You know what happened? All the women ran around to the back of the store to the loading dock where they were selling them back there and beat each other up back there. I've never seen chicks fight like this except for mud wrestling in Hollywood. A little bit different story, not totally irrelevant, but this was a real thing, and it really happened, and people beat each other up every single day all over Los Angeles. I'm assuming in other big cities too. Maybe some of you remember it. Some of you women, maybe you may have been throwing elbows, but this was a big thing. The stupidest writing I've ever seen in my life was this, because this is a stupid toy. I just, no interest in this whatsoever. My mom didn't have to worry about it because she had 3 boys and none of us wanted this fucking doll. But this is a really big thing. If you ever want to talk about the biggest riots, this is the one for the dumbest thing. This has got to rank up there at the top somehow. All right, I'm just saying. All right. You know what? There's so much stuff to do in here. I'm just going to have to wait till next week.
Can I read some sheets?
Yeah, go ahead, because I can't. There's just, we'd be here another 2 hours with this stuff. I got so much stuff tucked away.
Kristen Dvorak says she bought 2 ornaments just like Mrs. Forwood, is what she said.
You know what? I wrote that. I know you didn't read that today, but I was saying, hey, look, you guys want to bail me out? I fucked up when I did this. Can someone come bail me out? And then I wrote in the bottom, I said, Mrs. Ford would have bought 2.
Yeah, she
would have bought 2. She would have lectured me. She just said, don't you dare order anything without Gen X Mom. You get her approval. I'm not buying any of these again if you do this again. But she would have bought 2 to bail me out.
You heard her voice, huh?
Absolutely.
We have more gifts coming from TikTok that came through.
Thank you,
Graham
guys.
Gordon gave $5. Here's $5. But put it to the whiskey fund while it's worth more. Worth more now until President-elect tariffs the poop out of my donations. We received $200 from Randy in PayPal. Happy holidays, everyone.
Hey, thanks, Randy. I appreciate that.
Jason Bertrand, is the podcast going to be live this week? Did we decide what we're doing for the podcast?
Who said that?
Oh shit.
Jason Bertrand?
Yes.
Yeah, Jason.
Not Jason. Wait. Yeah, Jason. Sorry.
Hey, Jason, you fucked me. You did, because I was supposed to go in and change the dates and times. She came out and said,
I've told you every single day this week.
And I keep saying, yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, I'll get to it. She didn't know that it hasn't been changed. Right now, she's waiting for me to go, well, Jason, if you'd go to the website and you'd read the changes that I've made, if you'd pay attention, Jason, everything's spelled out there for you clearly. Everything's right there. It's all in black and white. But I can't say that because I didn't do it yet. And now I have, now I'm going to owe my wife a 3-part apology, which I'm not doing in front of any of you. I don't like doing 3-part apologies, but they're the most heartfelt apologies I know. So
why don't you tell them now the schedule changes for the next
I'll write it down in the morning, but we are going to do...
Thursday is Thanksgiving here in the United States.
So we are doing everything Friday morning. We are going to go do the live podcast at 10 a.m. Friday morning,
right,
which we should have more material because the kids will be here.
Right.
And then we're also going to do the Bottom of the Glass show. The Thursday night Bottom of the Glass show is also going to be on Friday. So we're going to move, the Thursday schedule is going to get moved to Friday. And some of the kids might even still be here, but if they're not, we're definitely going to have more stories because stuff's going to happen on the Thursday Thanksgiving with all the kids here. So it's going to be more entertaining if we do it that way. Plus, I don't know that we'd be able to siphon ourselves away with the kids, with the cooking, with the food, with the games we're playing. But I promise I will take a phone. I will put a tripod up. We'll capture some footage. We'll get some stuff. So we'll record it. We can edit it down for you guys. It'll be a lot of fun. So that'll be the way we go. Everybody can just take Thursday off, do your stuff, and we'll all be back here Friday morning. We'll pick it back up where we left off.
All right. The Disney Kid gave $2 tonight. Evening, awesome general and lovely queen. Christopher Sevick says the birthday girl Sweets is the $2 hoe tonight.
Sweets is the $2 hoe. I don't think Sweets even knows. And Sweets was here in the beginning. I saw her name go by.
I didn't see any comments about that. Christina Dvorak gave $300 on YouTube tonight for The Land. Love Gen X Talks.
Well, thank you very much. Now, Christina's just doing that for me.
So sweet.
She may say that it's for this or that or the land or for a piano or for whatever. But to be fair with you guys, I knew Christina was going to be on tonight. So I turned this up to about 8. You see this, what you're looking at right here? I turned it up to about 8. I didn't turn it up all the way, but I turned it up to about 8. She couldn't resist me. Yeah, she thinks I'm wonderful. Yeah, you know, I don't have to pay for it myself. I just get it from Christina because she loves me.
And I have the last question from Facebook Personal from Robert. What are the top 5 sides at the Gen X Talks family Thanksgiving dinner? I don't think anybody knows what I'm cooking, to be honest.
I have no idea what you're cooking. I know there's always stuff I don't want to eat that you put on the plate.
Like what?
You put green beans.
Why not? You like green beans?
I do? Well, then give me a lot of green beans, I guess.
Oh, my gosh. What else?
I know you do turkey. I love turkey. I love the stuffing. I love mashed potatoes and gravy.
There you go.
I don't care for the green beans, although you told me I do like them. You have different things of yams. Like there's some.
No, I don't. I've never made yams.
Yeah, you do.
No, I have to because our daughter's boyfriend's come. Not the Jade boyfriend, the lineman boyfriend. I'm making the homemade mac and cheese again.
Oh, that was really good too.
Yeah. He asked, and I said yes, I will make it.
I'd be fine if it was just turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy. If that stopped right there, I'd be fine.
Yeah, I make it very simple. Don't do anything crazy. Apple pie and pumpkin pie for dessert this year.
Homemade, good stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
it's the simple things in life that are so easy.
We have gone out of. I've seen you go with when we've had the big table extended for like 12 or 14 or 16 people. You've had like smorgasbords of stuff for big holidays before.
Yes,
you've done it. You've done the big ones too.
Yeah, we've done it buffet style when we go that big. Remember those? And then we sat at the table.
Yeah, we quit passing stuff around the tables. Like line it up over here and everybody get in line.
Yeah, and then go find your seat at the table. So
we always had to teach our boys that they got to the front of the line and go, girls are going first.
That's right.
All of you back up. So all the boys are like, God damn. They were ready. They got their plates ready at the front of the buffet line. I made them all go wait and let the girls go first.
The boys had to wait.
Yeah, every time. Every year. So there was some good that came to that. Some good messages.
We're all looking forward to Thursday. And then we usually play. Now that the kids are older, we play cards. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun.
We play games like that and everybody drinks and everybody. I like it when my kids come with their spouses and boyfriends and girlfriends because they drink and we get to hear some stuff because they'll say some shit. They'll be like, you dumb motherfucker, you've been doing this to me all day. First you started in the car, and you get to hear.
Or we started learning about how like holes got in walls that we've not known for 20 years or 15 years, and all of a sudden,
I get one of my sons drunk and go, hey, you know that hole that was in the wall at the bottom of the staircase? And one son will go, yeah, I pushed the other kid down there and he fell and hit his head. I go, well, we do solve some of these mysteries that we didn't know about, or stains that were in the carpet that no one would tell us why, and then it finally comes out years later. We start to. So these family get-togethers are more like filling in the gaps of our family history. It's a good thing for us.
Yes.
All right, so I guess that's it. We're coming to the end of the show. Is there anything else, or are we done there?
Let me just double check on the sheets. Scott Royston gifted 5 Gen X Talks memberships tonight.
Thank you, Scott.
And that is it.
All right. Well, let's see. We're just going to get out of here. Your microphone is still on, but we're down to the handsome part of the program, which is just me. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. We're closing in on our 4-year anniversary. We're going to Las Vegas. We didn't really bring it up, but good moderators can link you to. We're doing live in Las Vegas, January 25th, 2025. After Christmas, after New Year's, after you've spent all your money. And
2 months.
You've been off for too long and you have no other vacation time left. We're still asking you to sneak away for a Saturday night and meet us in Las Vegas in person. Staff's going to be there. The names you know, Iceman from Bodfish, Sun Valley Fox, St. Donna, Dr. McDreamy, MarcyZavala.com. Lots of people, lots of names. You can put faces with the names. You just got to show up, but you got to buy a ticket. It is not a free event. It is not an open event. We're going to have the food is going to be catered and delicious, and there'll be a bar. You can do some stuff, and we're going to be going around talking with each one of you. So it'll be a lot of fun when you do that, but you got to show up in Las Vegas. Moderators are putting up the link as we speak. Thank you guys for listening to us tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. Not sure where you're listening in from, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember 2 things in life. Number 1, wherever you go, well, there you are. And 2, say it, Gracie.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We'll see you on Friday. Bye, Gracie.
And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm out.